Live from Hackensack Meridian Health, Stage 17, I'm Katie Neal from Nash FM 94.7. Thanks for tuning in and watching today. We've got ACM award-winning artist Scotty McCreery here to talk about his new album, Seasons Change, which comes out on Friday. We're going to be taking questions from Facebook Live. So if you have a question for Scotty, leave it in the comments. We'll get to those in just a minute. But thank you so much for coming up today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
It's album release week, so how are you feeling about Friday?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
A little nervous, but I'm feeling good. We've been working on this music for so long and writing and recording and figuring out what the best record would be, and I think we've nailed it, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're doing a show here in the city at Gramercy Theater on Monday, the 19th, so if you haven't got tickets to that, make sure you check it out. But I have a feeling it's going to be like a completely different Scotty by Monday. Like, you will have relaxed a little bit, ready to have a drink.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this has been a crazy week, a busy week, but busy's good. It's better than the alternative, and we've been going here, there, and everywhere, and just promoting the songs and talking about the new single and the new record, and it's been exciting.
You got a lot going on. So yesterday I was doing like my pre-interview prep where I like kind of just stalk somebody really intensely online.
Oh, boy.
So yesterday I was looking at your Wikipedia page. I thought this was the funniest thing. You have got the most detailed Wikipedia page.
Do I really?
It is like you have to, like, if you don't know where you were on like July 2nd, 2001, I think that they probably have it on there. But
July 2nd.
One of the things that I was laughing about is that, like, normally it's like so-and-so was born on this day, blah, blah, blah. And yours is like, Scotty was born October 9th, 1993. His parents were going to name him Evan, but when they were on their way to the hospital, they decided to change it.
That's
and I was
all
like,
true.
What?
That's incredible, yeah.
I know. I thought that was crazy that was in there. But then I was wondering, I'm like, why did they change it from Evan to Scotty? Like, is that like a family name or something?
It was just going to be Evan, and then they got to the hospital and they said, let's name him Scott and call him Scotty. So that's yeah, I don't know.
What would it become of Evan McCreery?
Yeah, it doesn't ring as much as Scotty.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. We like Scotty. So we had everyone submit questions on Twitter. Thank you to everyone who used the hashtag Scotty947. So one of the first ones we have is, what song off the new album Seasons Change do you think fans will most enjoy?
Oh, wow. Well, This Is It is obviously a song that's very personal. I think the fans that love Gabi and love, just us, they'll love that song. But to me, I love Barefoot, and I hope they love Barefoot.
That's the one that David Lee Murphy wrote on with you. Yeah, that was a fun one.
And it's like got horns on it, and it's very beachy, very vibey if you're ready for the summertime, which I am.
Oh, we are so ready here in New York City.
It snowed today. What the heck? So.
I know. We can't wait for that. So Cassandra would like to know, which song off Season Change is already your favorite to perform live?
Oh, wow. I'm loving singing Home in My Mind live. This song, it just takes me back to Carolina every time I sing it. And at the tail end of the song, we do a little surprise with one of my favorite covers that we kind of bunch them together and sing it. So it's really fun to sing live, and the crowd has gone nuts for it so far. So
excited to hear that on Monday.
Yeah.
So you co-wrote on all 11 tracks of the album, and Maria would like to know, what is your favorite part of the songwriting process?
Oh, wow. There's a lot. For me, it's kind of when you're getting started, and because everybody's going through the phones and kind of thinking of ideas, or you might just go there with an idea that day and then it doesn't work. But when it finally clicks and you're like, this is it, and that's the song we're going to write today, and then you start writing the verse of the chorus, and then it's just, once things start flowing, because there's a while, you'll sit down and write a song, it'll take an hour or two before you get anything going. So whenever that first thing clicks, it's just like, oh, wow, there it is.
And you get on a roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've had a lot of people asking, using the hashtag Scotty947, is there going to be an official Seasons Change tour?
Oh, we haven't, not right now. I guess we could just call all our dates.
Just going to call
just call it the Seasons Change
all of
tour.
It. So Jordan would like to know that, once you switch your set list over for the new album, are you still going to do covers in the show, specifically I Like It, I Love It?
Ooh, I think Like It, I Love It is getting put on the chopping block.
Ooh, is it?
Yeah, we've played that song, I think, for 5 or 6 years now, and sometimes
it'll just be a fun one you pull out later, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. We might surprise every now and then, but I think that one's gonna head on. But we got some other stuff up our sleeve, and the new show, we're gonna play a lot of the new album. We're gonna go old school and just actually tour on the record. So
very exciting. So your fans are known for being extremely passionate.
Yeah.
And Steffi would like to know, do you ever get speechless, when you're performing in front of a crowd and they start singing all the words of your song back to you?
That's the coolest feeling ever, especially with 5 More Minutes, just because that song went on such a journey and nobody had heard it, and then we started playing it live, and we were getting standing ovations, but they still didn't know the lyrics, and then just little by little they started playing around the country, on radio, and now they are screaming the words back to us, and that's the coolest thing ever.
It's so funny you just said that about not knowing the lyrics and then eventually learning it, because Kyra's question was, my friends and I are arguing about the words to 5 More Minutes. They say the line is just the coach and me after we lost 18-9, but I say it's just the coach and me after we lost State 10-9. Can you resolve this?
Who asked that question?
Kyra.
Kyra. Well, Kyra, you are correct, not your friends.
Is it really? I've been singing 18-9.
Yeah, dude, I went back to re-record one word on 5 More Minutes. We lived with it for 2 years, and before I sent it out to radio, I was like, Frank, I want to come back to Nashville and re-record one word because I didn't like how it sounded on the record. And we sat back and listened to it. And then that was the last verse of 5 More Minutes. And then this was the second verse, the lost State 10-9. And I said, Frank, I think people might think that says 18-9. And we listened to it, and we were both saying, no, they'll figure it out. But that has been the biggest question, biggest debate.
That is so funny. It's kind of become like the tiny dancer Tony Danza thing.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody thinks it's 18-9, but it's not.
Now we've set the record straight. State 10-9. Now I know what to say. Lauren has asked, hey, Scotty, do you and Gabi have a special song that the two of you share together?
A special song? I'm not sure that we have that one song like that. We might have like our first year dating or something like that, but it's been a while.
Might have to ask Gabi that later.
I know, I hope she's not watching. She might be like, are you kidding me?
It's that one song. You should have known it. Yeah. Well, you did just write a song about her.
Yeah,
this is it, is what you wrote about your proposal. And Shauna asked, how did Gabi react when she heard that for the first time?
I think she got a little misty-eyed. So we had just gotten back to my cabin up in the mountains, and her family surprised her. My family surprised her, and so it was an emotional time already. And then I played everybody the song, and it was, I think she got a little misty-eyed.
I'm sure I have the goosebumps just hearing that. I'm sure that was like such a beautiful moment. So on top of releasing the new album, you're also busy planning a wedding. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And Paris2753 has asked, will you and Gabi write your own vows for the wedding?
I think we will. We haven't gotten around to it yet. And if I know me and if I know Gabi, we'll probably be writing them the night before the wedding. We can procrastinate pretty good. But
well, I feel like it's got to be hard to come up with something to say this far in advance. Like your emotions are going to be completely different, like night of. So
I think so. But yeah, I think we will write our own vows.
All right, awesome. So we're going to take some questions now from Facebook Live. So if you haven't already left one in the comments, please do so. Audrey Peterson has asked, you seem to enjoy going to the beach and the mountains a lot when you're not working. What are some of your must-haves and favorite things to do at the mountains and at the beach?
Oh, wow. Well, when I'm at the beach, there's a restaurant called Big Daddy Mac's, and they got the best kind of Creole fried shrimp that I love. So we always go there. Also, just got to have the speaker. My sister got me a margarita maker for the beach this year, so we'll have that out there this year. In the mountains, honestly, I'll bring my golf clubs because I love playing mountain golf. But also, as long as I just have my tennis shoes and my bathing suit, I love to hike and I love finding waterfalls and little swimming holes to go just jump into in the rivers, and that's like heaven on earth to me. So
that sounds like heaven right about now because it is snowy and gross in New York City.
Yes. I can't wait for that.
Are you nervous about getting married?
Sure. I'm excited. I think more than nervous, but definitely there's some nerves. It's a big change in life. So but luckily I've known Gabi my whole life, and we're best friends. So I'm excited about that journey.
We're very excited for you. So have you got a chance to watch any of Idol this week?
I did. I watched last night the whole episode, and the night before I watched a little bit of it, and just because I was flying here. So, but it's been great. The talent's been awesome. I think the judges have been good. So.
Yeah, what do you think about Luke?
I think he's killing it.
I think he's doing so good.
Yeah, he's got that country charm to him, but I think any critique he's given has been solid advice and hasn't been mean. I don't think Luke can be mean. So he's a good dude, and I feel like Lionel and Katie and him have a good chemistry. So
how is it going back this season? Because you're serving it as an advisor. I'm just assuming you filmed a little bit of that so far, maybe.
Yeah, we went up to New York, to L.A. and filmed that with Bobby, and it was fun. It was one of those things where I was sitting there talking to the contestants, and I could see it in their eyes that they had the deer in the headlights thing, and
they're like, "Give me all of the knowledge, please."
Yeah. But they were just like figuring everything out. So I was just trying to calm them down and just be like, you'll figure it out. It just takes a little while.
So, what kind of advice do you give to someone who is transitioning, out of after you win American Idol and then becoming an artist? That's got to be I'm sure people think, oh, it's so easy. Now you've won and here you go.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy, but it's a lot of hard work, and it's still just being yourself. But you got to figure out how to be yourself and make your own music, and create your own stamp on things. So for me, it took a few years to really make that transition from just a TV guy to a legit artist that has something to say and making that music. So that's just something you gotta work at. You want folks to remember you for your music, not just from being on TV.
Exactly, and I certainly think they will. Ann Stevens says hello from Garner. They're very proud
Steven?
of you.
Thank you.
Also, so Anna would like to know, what's your favorite song off the new album?
Favorite song? Well, I got a few. I think one of my favorite jams, like just a straight up, if you're driving down the road, a jam would be Wherever You Are. That thing is just, it's bumping and it's just fun, and melody's so good. So I love that one.
I do like that. There was like a line in there. What was it? It was something that just made me think about how like it was something about drop a pin, like wherever you are,
yeah,
drop a pin. I was like, I love that they wrote that in, because that's like such a thing that you say in everyday life. But I've never heard somebody reference that in a song.
It's almost weird to talk about like 21st century things in country songs. Like you still want to be like writing letters and sending a telegram, but it's just one of those things. It's 21st century songs. You gotta drop a pin.
Drop me
real
a pin.
Life.
All right, so let's take one more question here. Let's see if I can find a good. There's so many. Crystal had a good question. Are there any plans to take classes at NC State? I'm assuming she's an alumni.
Yeah.
You graduated from there.
Well, I went there for 2.5 years, and I was still doing this. So I was taking Monday, Wednesday classes. A lot of times I'd fly to Nashville on Tuesday and fly back that night and do class then. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'd be on the road and take a red eye back and do class Monday, Wednesday. So that was a lot. And 2.5 years was about as much as I could do.
I'm sure. That's a lot to take on.
And still give, the work ethic that I needed to have for the music business. So it was fun. I'd like to go back maybe when I'm 40, 50, finish up the degree. But right now, music business is a full-time job.
I would say, I think everybody wants you in the studio recording.
Yeah, and I do too. And we were doing that when we were out there. We released the See Tonight record while I was in college and had all that going on. But this is just, I've never been so busy in my life, which is awesome. It's what you want. So.
Well, we hope you get some rest this weekend. But thank you so much for coming up. Make sure you check out Scotty McCreery's new album, Seasons Change. It's out on Friday. You can get it on pre-order now. He'll also be at Gramercy Theater March 19th. So if you haven't got tickets, please do that. Also, 5:40 today, we are going to be giving away $700 on Nash FM 94.7. So make sure you're listening to Jesse Addy. 877-94.7 Nash is the number to know for that. Tomorrow at 1:40, I'm going to have tickets to give away too for Scotty's show on Monday. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.